Alright, hey, this is Chip again. Welcome back for another in our series on online marketing. If you are an English teacher, an English school, or an English agency, or any other business for that matter, these lessons are going to be very, very important to you. I try to keep them short and to the point, try not to go over 10 minutes, so just bear with me. Today we've got a lot of information I want to cover. I may break it up into separate videos, but let's get started. Online marketing. Now, I'm sure you've got a business set up or you're thinking of setting up a business. And if you already have an online school, this is a great place for you to start. And today we're going to be talking about marketing shell. Now, when you have a business, it's almost like a marketing shell that you have for your business. Now, this shell is kind of like a normal shell, like you see for a clam or something else. What's inside the shell we can't see. All we see is the outside of this shell. And that's what most of your customers and clients are going to see, is this marketing shell. But what actually goes inside of the marketing shell, that's what's most important. We're going to cover that today. Now, inside this marketing shell, we have product. Oh, this could be a product or a service. And I know what you're thinking, that the product and the service is different, and it's different marketing. Not exactly. Because see, no matter what you're selling, whether it's a product or a service, that's really not what you're selling. There is so much more that goes into it. And really what you're selling is a solution to a problem. You're selling a solution through a product or service. You're not selling the product or service. Your customer, potential customer or client, has something that they would like to have or like to be able to do. They've got a problem that they need to solve, and this is what you're doing. Now, when you've got a product or service, you've got two areas to focus on. You've got niche, and most of you should know what a niche is. Niche is your target, so to speak. So let's say for English schools, our niche are students all across the world, right, that want to learn English. Now there's two different type of niches. We've got micro and macro, okay? Micro and macro niches. Micro, what is micro? And macro. Micro is the small niche. Now the macro is the big niche. At first you want to identify your macro niche, this great big niche. And within that macro niche, there are many micro niches that you can target. These are highly targeted. And I want you to keep that in mind. These micro niches are highly targeted niches. These are people that quite literally want the products and services that you offer and willing to pay for it right now. Now this macro niche might be too broad of a spectrum or too broad of a scope for you to focus on directly. Therefore, you're going to focus on the micro and the macro. You're going to make sales in both, but this one is highly targeted on the micro side. Now, this should go without saying. You must have a great product or service. And I tell everybody this. You must have a great product or service. However, I want you to understand, I do not advocate not having a great product or service. But even if you've got a mediocre or even not a good product or service, with the right marketing, the right targeting your niche exactly, you can still be a successful company. There are companies right now here in the Philippines that I could name, but I might get in trouble for. They started out as a small kiosk in the malls. On my first assessment, I thought for sure they'd be out of business in a short period of time. But here we are 9 years later. They're in every single mall that I know of throughout the Philippines, and no longer are they in little kiosks. They're taking up big spaces in major malls all across the Philippines, but they have highly targeted niche. They have gone after the macro niche, this big group, but all of their marketing efforts, once identified here, are focused on the micro. And that micro niche is enough to keep this business not only in business and open, but growing Every single year, they're growing year after year after year. And they don't have the best products. You go in and buy those products, and sometimes those products, everybody knows they're probably going to break in maybe a month or so. But they still keep buying them because even replacing those products is still cheaper than buying the name brand product. Everybody knows it, but they still buy it at these stores in such a large quantity that every time that I'm in the mall and I walk past those stores, they've got at least 20, 30 clients or customers in the store. And this is not a browsing store. This is a store where you go in, you pick a number, and you pay for something. And they are growing every single year. Next, I want you to keep in mind, we've got an offer when we're online. The offer is what we make. This is what we're offering to our potential client. So they come to our website, we're going to make an offer. Do this, and maybe you're going to get a free ebook or a free video lesson, something like that. So we've got to have an offer that's compelling. In addition to this, we want to be able to capture their name and email address. That is the number one goal of this. For online marketing, we're going to start with our lead capture page. So we've got a product or service already. We're targeting our niche, both macro and micro, and we might have several micro websites, but I'll get into that later, set up. Well, we've got a great product. We put a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of research into it. And now we have to make sure that our offer and our capture is set up. Our offer's got to be enticing enough that when they see this offer, they think to themselves, I got to get involved in this. I've got to do this. I like to lead with a free product, like an ebook or a video series lesson, something like that. So people say, I'm going to get something of value just for stopping by. My way of saying thank you. This offer is enough to entice them to give me their email address. Now, we want to focus on marketing. What is marketing? Now, as we talked about in another video, you've got to have a strategic success marketing plan. And this strategic success plan gets you step by step so you know what to do, almost like a mathematical formula. So you know what to do from point A to point B to point A to point B. You know what to do. A, B, C, D, all the way down the line. You know every single step. So it keeps your marketing in check. Our number one focus for this marketing is not to sell. I know many people are telling me that, hey, I need to sell. That's why I'm on business. I want to be able to sell the people that are stopping by my site. They have to buy. That's great. But first and foremost, we must have traffic. We've got to become experts at driving traffic to our offers, to our landing pages, and to our sites. So this way we have highly targeted marketing looking at what we do. Okay? Next, we must have a lead magnet. What is a lead magnet? This is something that many people are talking about, but not very many people are giving details about. A lead magnet is quite simply something that draws people to your offer, to your website. It could be an ebook, it could be a video course, it could be anything that is of interest and value. It must be valuable to your target audience, to your target market. This lead magnet is very, very important because without this lead magnet, even if you get a lot of people to your site, just checking it out of curiosity, that doesn't mean that they're going to purchase. You want something that's going to pull people, the right people, to your site. And I like to say this a lot. We're looking for large groups of hungry fish. And what I mean by that, we're looking for large groups of people that are looking to spend money. And you want them spending money on your product. So I'm not going to go find a group that's hungry for buying markers. Okay? It's not my market. Now, if they're teachers, they're going to need marketers, so I can market this later, but this is not my primary goal. My primary goal is to find people that are looking for training on how to get their marketing, their marketing up to speed for their school or their agency. These people will buy the product. When they see the value, they understand the value, no more selling on my part. I don't have to sit down and talk with them and convince them. Enough people see the value that they will buy. I've got to find those people. That is my market. And I've got to drive traffic from them to my site. I must build a list. And that's where this capture comes in place. The list is gold. What I mean by gold is quite literally, if you've got a strong enough list, you've got a big enough list, a highly focused list, you can literally write your own paycheck. These people are eager to buy. Maybe they're not going to buy from you right now today, but with the list, you can continue in marketing to them. Now remember I used the example of the pen earlier. Maybe I'm marketing to a school, and the school now says, we're going to watch Chip's training. So later, once they've got teachers, they need pens. Now I can start marketing pens to them, whiteboards, other things. But that's not my primary market. My primary market is for the products and services. These are all multiple streams of generated income, which we'll talk about in another video as well. But I want you to stay focused here. The list is gold. Our primary business is not your school or your agency. Your primary business is getting traffic to your website. And you've got to master this. Next, sales. Even though we've got the list going, we've got people coming in, we've got to have a sales. We've got to have the sales. And the best way to get the sales is to have a solid sales landing page. What I mean by solid is this sales landing page is top notch. Your marketing efforts, your optimization has got to be hitting, and your ad copy, whatever you're writing, has got to be enticing, has got to be engaging. So when they stop by, they're thinking in the back of their mind, I've got to have this product. Thank goodness I stopped on this website. And you must test. I cannot say this enough. You must test, 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 test. But what I mean by test is you've got to test one offer, one page, one website against another. Similar. Maybe I'm going to have the same layout, but I'm going to test the headlines. I'm going to test the content so that I can find the optimum. And with this testing, I'm going to try to test one, A and B, A, B, and C, to see which one pulls the best, which one pulls, and later we're also going to test on conversion. So that concludes today. I want to thank you for stopping by. Keep this in mind and keep this first and foremost. And if you follow these simple steps, this simple formula, you'll be doing well. Stay tuned. We'll talk more about this in detail later. And if you're interested, iLab handles this and so much more from the comfort of our own office here. And we do it all for you. And while we're doing it for you, we're teaching you every step of the way. We get your marketing on point. We get it doing what it needs to do. And more importantly, we show you how to duplicate those efforts. So long after we're gone, you can still produce the success that we've done and keep on going. So as usual, keep your eyes posted to the links below. Keep your eyes open for the next post. I thank you for stopping by. Have a great day. I think that went a little long.